Well, two guys in the outdoors and public land hunting. My climbing stand. This area is it's kind of a flat, rocky. There's a natural spring over in that area, and I've been hunting here for a few years, and there's a few scrapes coming up this bottom here. I got a trail camera there on that spring, natural little water hole there, and all kinds of game visit it throughout the year, especially when it's dry. Boy, they really hit it then. But anyway, just doing some bear hunt, or bear hunting. Deer hunt turned into a bear hunt, but anyway, some scrapes, rubs. Been seeing some bucks showing up on camera, and so anyway, hunting here in this climbing stand, and I noticed earlier this morning, back over in this direction, I saw some movement, and a bear kind of came up at bottom. I was thinking at first it was a deer, but then it got out of the shadows there, and I could clearly see that it was a bear. Anyway, I gotta get my knife here. So anyway, deer hunt quickly turned into a bear hunt. Using a 50 caliber muzzle loader, and anyway, the bear come in, was coming toward the spring there, and he stepped up on a rock, and he was completely broadside. And here you can see I washed my knife and my hands off there, but this spring just comes out through here, and it runs year round. If you can find those on public land, hunt them. They're good places. Anyway, back to the bear story. Deer hunt turned into a bear hunt. Bear come in probably about 50 yards and turn broadside. I'm using a 50 caliber muzzle loader. Actually, this is a very special hunt because the muzzle loader that I'm using was my dad's, and I've never harvested anything with it. It's a Remington model 700 muzzle loader. It was my dad's, and anyway, this bear's the first animal I've ever harvested with it. As y'all can see from the background, I'm pretty deep. I'm pretty deep in the woods here. Anyway, flipped the safety off, pulled the trigger, and snap. Nothing. Just the primer. Just the 209 primer went off, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Anyway, the bear kind of stood up, turned, and hopped down off the rock, hopped up onto another rock. I mean, obviously he heard the snap. He got nervous. I got nervous. And so I'm digging in my pack. And finally dig out another 209 primer. Get it into breech of the muzzle loader. Bear's facing me. Seemed like forever, but it probably was just only a minute or so. But anyway, finally the bear turned. He turned to leave is what was happening. He finally figured out that something was up, and he heard that snap, and that's not normal. And so he turned to leave, and I had the crosshairs behind his shoulder again. I had no clue if the gun was going to go off or not. Pulled the trigger, gun went off, and anyway, harvested probably a 120 pound female black bear. Not a giant bear, but a bear that's going to be easier to get out of this mess. So yeah, a deer hunt turned into a bear hunt. That everything that could have gone wrong this morning went wrong. Typical muzzle loaders, sometimes they don't go off for whatever reason. This muzzle loader's been loaded for over a week now, in and out of the truck, in and out of the cabin, so it probably drawed some moisture, and that's the reason it didn't go off. Or I had a weak primer, who knows. Anyway, I stayed after it, and I kept after it, and I got him. It was a short trailing. Short trailing, but anyway, here he is, or she is. You field dress them just like, any other big game animal, deer. I start down here at the anus and make that incision and split the rib cage and remove all those entrails. And I always have them facing down, or their back end downhill. That way they can air out. It is probably I don't know how far it is back, but the bear's light enough, and most of it's downhill, so I think I'm just going to drag it instead of breaking it down and packing it out. If it was any bigger, I would definitely do that, but I think it'll be all right. It's starting to warm up, so I need to get this critter out of here. So like Bob and I always tell you, keep it simple, go hunting. Know your laws and regulations. I'm an opportunist. When a season overlaps, I'm aware of it. This morning I'm hunting for whitetail deer. Bear season is in with muzzleloader in this particular county. And when I saw that bear, this deer hunt turned into a bear hunt. So know your laws, your regulations, and don't be ashamed to be an opportunist hunter. When you get the opportunity, take advantage of it. And that's exactly what I did this morning. I took advantage of a bear that came rolling through in an area where I thought a deer was going to come through. So anyway, hey, I got a lot of work to do. Y'all keep it simple. Go hunting. Enjoy the outdoors. We'll see you next time.